Hey guys, it's HW. We're down in Sydney's Newtown and we're going to have a walk around Newtown today. So come and get around it with me. Let's go. They're kicking off just across the road from Newtown Station and now we're going to head down King Street. Bit of a history of Newtown. Back in the I guess the colonial days, or just after colonisation, Newtown started to build as farming land, and then shortly after became I guess a real haven for some of the wealthy citizens in Sydney, and a lot of the Victorian architecture that you'll see today is a result of that. Let's try that again. So it became a working class area, and then just after World War II we started to get a huge increase in migrants. A lot of Greek, Italian migrants came into the area, and that was really the start of Newtown becoming the incredibly diverse place that it is today. During the 60s and 70s, we had a huge increase in students coming into the area because Sydney University is not far from here, and from there a huge increase in gay and lesbian community around Newtown in the 70s, and all of that led to it becoming a very colourful, diverse place. And a place today, as we go through, you'll see a lot of quirky little cafes, thrift stores, recycled stores, antique stores. Really is a great place, full of colour and vibrance. So yeah, let's get into it and I'll give you a look at some of the more interesting stores along the way. So again, this is King Street, Newtown. And this mural reminds me to thank the people who settled this area first, and that's the Indigenous people of Australia, the Aboriginals. This street out here, King Street, and Newtown itself, basically originated from an Aboriginal walking track back before colonisation. So shout out to all the Indigenous Australians out there. Get your hair braided here. Platypus and I was going to mention that King Street used to be full of bookstores and music stores, so it was good to see that there was one still existing back there. A decent sized bookstore. The Dendy Theatre's still here, look at that. It's been around for a while. There's another bookstore. So they're still here. That's great to see. As we walk along today, there's a lot of people will be coming out for lunch because it's sunny in Sydney today and it's been raining for weeks and weeks. You would have seen the floods on your national news or local news wherever you are in the world. Interesting, we haven't seen any thrift stores yet. Or at least I haven't, unless you guys spotted on the camera. Oh, look at this store. Doc Martens. Remember Doc Martens? You had to have those back in the day. These groovy little tiled patterns down here. I'll sneak across here. Plenty of cafes and restaurants in Newtown. Really, Newtown's been one of the places that's benefited from the lockout laws that happened back in King's Cross in the 2012 to 2014 and a bit longer time frame. All of the nightlife moved out to Newtown at that point, and I don't think King's Cross has won any of it back yet. So you come down here on a Friday night and the place will be buzzing. People out eating and drinking at the various restaurants and hotels around here, which we'll see today as we go along. Oh, Big Daddy's. There's one of those burger joints at the Cross as well. Oh, broaster chicken. Pizza by the slice. Detroit pizza by the slice. Arts and crafts store. Oh, look at those delicious donuts. Oh, that's actually a gelato shop that sells donuts. That's interesting. Little organic food joint. Naked Foods. Crystals. here we go. Here's our first thrift store of the day. St Vincent's de Paul, or Aussies like to call Vinnie's. Plenty of bargains to be had in there. Uber Eats drivers grabbing their orders through the window, jumping on their bikes. Oh, look at this cocktail bar. What a delight. I like cocktails. Wonder if it's still open. Yeah, it looks like it is. We're going to walk down both sides of King Street, so stick around. And I take this opportunity, if you like what you see, please like, subscribe and comment. If you see anything that you remembered when you were here last, let me know. And also important, watch this on your 4K TV, because this is filmed in 4K. So you'll see a lot more if you watch it on your big TV. I switch off until I cross the road. I kick off again outside the Hotel Marlborough. A famous place. Vintage t-shirts shop. Some cool place, cool little t-shirts in there. Oh, another ice cream store. Maltese / Italian food. It's usually one or the other. Oh, Taco Loco. There's a few empty stores down this end as you get further away from the railway station. Oh, Happy Belly. Lunch special, $12.80. Can you see anything on there that you like? Oh, look at that. There's another empty shop. It's a delightful little coffee shop here. Specialty coffee, Newtown handcraft. Handcraft. There's lots of little live venues around here as well in Newtown. Back in the 80s, 90s, it became a live music scene. And then also a bunch of theatres popped up everywhere as well. I think this one here across the road, the Vanguard, I think it's a bit of a live venue as well, but I'm not sure. I've never been in there. Look at the frontage on that old building over there. 1886. The veranda. Even this one here. All along King Street is like that. Almost tripped over then. That would have been a nice action shot for the GoPro. I'm starting to get up closer to Sydney Uni now, so I'm gonna skip across the road here. Hey guys, do you want to have a nectar with HW? That's what I call coffees, by the way. I call it a nectar. So let's set the camera down and see what we can see as HW slurps on this piccolo. Oh mate, delicious. So this is handcrafted at Newtown, by the way, King Street. Currently 1 p.m, so a bit of an early arvo nectar. I'm going to get on the other side of King Street in a minute and see what we can see on that side, and we'll probably walk all the way down to almost St Peter's before we finish up. See you soon. I wanted to kick off the video again here outside Gould's bookstore. I used to come here all the time when I was younger. I went through a phase where I was collecting DVDs, movies, and I used to come here to get all the second-hand ones to add to my collection. So the frontage is still there, but I think it's long since closed. Let's see if we can cross the road somewhere here. Oh, here we go. The traffic's starting to bank up. Let's try to get across here. We made it, delightful. That's where we just had our nectar over there. Handcraft. And look, I didn't even notice. Look at the building next door to it. Have a look at that. That's a pretty interesting looking building. I don't know whether that's what the building used to look like. It's definitely had a makeover. It's been restored. Down all these streets are nice little Victorian terraces, which back in the day used to get split up into all different flats to house all the students that lived in this area, and still do today. If you come out to Sydney on holiday from overseas, I definitely recommend you at least spend one night down in King Street. Maybe come in the afternoon, have a coffee at one of the cafes, check out all the thrift stores, and then hang around for dinner. And there's an absolute ton of different nationalities represented down here. Indian food, Malaysian food, Thai food. You name it, Newtown's got it. There's another reasonably old building, 1889. I love it when the buildings have the year that they were built on the side. Makes it a lot easier. Cheeky little alleyway down there. There's the Marlborough Hotel again. So stick around, we're going to walk a fair way down King Street. And then we're going to walk back on the other side to meet up with the station again. And we'll try to catch a few more thrift stores and some antique stores along the way. Some more Uber Eats drivers waiting to pick up the orders from this charcoal chicken place. If you're wondering why it's so busy out on the road, being only one lane each way, it's because this street, King Street, joins up with the Princess Highway. And Princess Highway heads all the way down the south coast of New South Wales. There's a Newtown Hotel. $6 spirits, $6 schooner, $6 wine, $6 bubbles, $12 pizza. Look at all these rubber duckies up here. Istanbul Authentic Bazaar. So it harks back to the days when probably Afghanis and Turkish people, mainly Turkish people, settled around this area as well. I like the sound of this, the drunk dumpling. Couple of barber stores along here. Couple of tattoo parlours. There's another empty store. We look down this street, look at some of the old terraces down there. Look at that motorbike there. Cafe and florist. Everybody wants to serve coffees around here, nectars. Cheeky Thai meal in there. Oh, the thirsty bird. Oh, this is a Victorian chain that's made it up to New South Wales now, called Lord of the Fries. Burgers and chips. Close to the airport here too. The plane's starting to come in. Yeah, I've got to get down to Newtown more often myself. It's a great place. Just for me, just the cafes and restaurants are enough. But I don't mind having a look in a antique store or thrift store now and again as well. Some sushi. Cheeky little bar in there. Cheeky little lunchtime drink. Just looking back at some of the bookstores and the Dendy Cinema across the road there. It's this place, they're giving away free fruit and vegetables for the senior cits. That's a nice little community program they got going there. Look at this colourful cafe. Exotic. Pretty cool. Sorry, I had to adjust my bag then. Or my backpack. There's that Indigenous mural that we walked past before. Look at that joint up there, looks like it's got a few flats in it. Looks like some decent size in there as well. What's this place? The Real Deal shoe and cap store. Oh, and clothing as well. Look at that place over there, open rooftop bar, and look, you can see some lights up the top of the roof there, so obviously you can sit up there and have a few drinks. Should be nice. Actually, the push bike I got at the moment, which is a GT, I think GT originates from California as a brand. I actually bought in King Street. Be interesting to see if the bike shop still exists when we walk past or closer towards St Peter's at the end of King Street, which is, I think, where I bought it. This place, Mexican tequila bar. And then has some burritos and a few tequilas. Nice. And goes an ambulance, which we Aussies call ambos. towards Newtown station. I'll be getting in there at the end of this vid. The Town Hall Hotel. Look at this Burke Street bakery. It's popular, people lining up. It's got some cheeky sourdoughs in there. Sorry about that, I had to shut off the camera. Oh, it shut itself off actually. It got overheated in this media mod as it always does. See that holy moly over there? I'm pretty sure that may have been the first holy moly in the world. Started in Newtown in Sydney. It's all around the world now. I know there's one in Singapore that I've been to, so, and a few other places around the world too, I think. So starting to head down King Street towards St Peter's now, and hopefully when we get back on the other side of the road and start heading back, we'll see a few more antique stores, maybe some thrift stores as well. So I'm quite surprised that we haven't seen more thrift stores. There used to be a lot more. There's another record store over there. Repressed Records.
Whereabouts are you?
Oh, look at these cool murals down here. Let's check it out. Cheeky goldfish there. I don't know about this, what this thing is. Some sort of blob with big eyes on it. And I like this monkey. Hey, did you all see that monkey on YouTube this week that got a hold of that seagull and bashed the seagull to death before eating it? Some crazy stuff right there. But the apes and monkeys and chimpanzees, they do eat meat occasionally. The natural world is cruel. So there's still no thrift stores, but over the road there, more cafes, tobacconists. And no antique stores yet either. Rather than thrift stores, all I'm seeing is like expensive boutiques. So it looks like as the young people have moved back in after the or during the lockout laws and after the lockout laws, they've hung around and the boutiques have moved in to get their hands on their wallets and purses. Oh, here we go. Here we're getting into it now. starting to get into a bit more of the vintage stores, which I remember. There's the Nofs Opportunity Shop over there, which is good to see. And we've got this thing called Vintage Delight. Yeah, it's got heaps of second-hand stuff. Look, little Matchbox cars for sale, Barbie dolls. So it's starting to get towards the end of King Street now, up near St Peter's. So I might start filming again here. I crossed the road because there wasn't much happening on the other side. Just some more cafes. Definitely a ton more cafes than there used to be. There's always been cafes here, but there's a lot more. So that again indicates that the demographics around here have changed again. Combination of young people moving back in, and also a bit of gentrification as well. This place with all the louvers. Bit of Balkan grill over there. Here we go. Some more vintage designs over here. That vintage store looks like it's either closed down or looking to reopen at some stage. Another cheeky little cafe there. Look at all these sand shoes stuffed in the window here. Old sneakers. Seen better days. It's called Replaceable. And there's another recycling store. The old vintage clothes, and same there. Looks like the real King vintage. Haha, that one's called Vintage Delight over there. I do like using that word delight. You've probably realised by now. Oh, here's another op shop. Oh, that's the one we filmed before from across the road. Some old vintage cameras there. Oh, the Inner West Cat Hospital. Oh look, there's a cat there having a snooze. Maybe you can see that in the reflection. Yeah, Newtown's the bomb. If you come out, oh, here's another one. Good Times Vintage. Yeah, what I was saying, if you do come out to Sydney as a tourist, definitely come out to Newtown. This little pub is called the Mountain Goat. Another barber store. Another opportunity store there. Yeah, if you want to buy something unique, Newtown's still got the vibe around it that you can come down here and pick up something unique and colourful. So come to Newtown and get around it. There's another nice bunch of murals up there. Someone's done some good artwork. Quite like that. I never found the bike store that I bought my bike from, walking on the other side, but there is this scooter place here, and I've got a feeling it might have been there. So they may have rebranded themselves as a scooter shop when scooters became popular, especially the electric scooters. So that may have been where it was. That's the first one of those electrical owned bikes that I've seen since I've been in Newtown. Oh, he's holy moly. Not into that putt golf myself. But I don't mind, like, you know, I might have one putt on one of the holes and then get stuck into the drinks. Happy to watch everyone else play. I don't know, I've got a funny feeling this place might sell vegetarian food. What do you reckon? It's another vintage shop. Camera crapped itself again, got overheated. So I'll pick up again here outside the Skin Depot tattoo. Happy Herb shop. Himalayan clothing and art in there. think we might get ready to wrap up this vid. Outside Cafe Newtown. Looks alright. So like, subscribe, comment, and watch it on your 4K TV. So it's good afternoon from HW. Come and get around my other videos on my channel, and I'll see you again soon.